Hey kids, Mrs. J. I'm sorry I'm still proctoring today. I have a break right now, but I thought I'd make you a quick video to help you with this part. It's not due until Friday. I'm going to make this part right here. It's called Practice Cube, and the instructions are in Google Classroom. So I opened up a new document. I called it Try This. You should call it Practice Cube. And then we're going to create a sketch on the front plane. So top left, sketch. Click the front plane. I suggest you pause as the video goes, and then if you get stuck, you can rewind and go back. Okay, so I did sketch. It's on the front plane. I want to keep this open, this green check mark. If you accidentally close it, do not create a new sketch. That creates problems. It creates layers of sketches. We don't want that. If you accidentally close it, you find it, sketch 1 on the left, double click it to reopen it and work in it. I'm going to come over to top, front, and side and click the little eye so that they go away. You don't have to do that. I just don't want to look at them. I'm going to come over to my right side and I'm going to hit the view cube to put this in front. So it's right in front of me. I'm going to scroll on my mouse to make this a little smaller. Top left. I'm going to go get a corner rectangle. There's two choices. I want the default one, corner rectangle. See how my mouse pointer changed to a plus? Now I want to click on the origin. You don't have to. It's easier if you learn to do this. I'm sorry, I forgot to change my dimensions to millimeters. So before I click that, I'm going to hit escape on my keyboard. And then I'm going to go to the 3 bars next to the word Onshape, workspace units, millimeters. Going forward, we're going to work in inches and you won't have to do that. Okay, so I went to millimeters. I'm going to reopen my sketch by double clicking so that it's open. I'm going to hit the rectangle, left click on the center, drag to the right, left click. I'm going to hit escape on my keyboard to get out of this rectangle. If I don't, I'm making another rectangle, right? So escape. Find the dimension tool. If it's not there, you probably don't have this opened, or you have more than one sketch. Look on your left. You should only have sketch 1. If you have sketch 2, 3, and 4, you should right click and delete them. You can only delete them while they're closed. Okay, so dimension, click on the left side and drag to the left. If it didn't work, it didn't stay highlighted. See how I got the number 1? Okay, so I'm going to click dimension again, make sure it stays highlighted, and drag to the left. Left click, type in 50. Do the same on the bottom or the top. Left click, drag, left click, 50. Enter on your keyboard. You now have a nice square. I'm going to come over to my right side and put this in isometric so I can watch the extrusion happen. I'm going to scroll on my mouse wheel to make it be smaller. And on the top left it says extrude, which is Shift E. There you go. Click that. So you could use your keyboard shortcuts. That's why they give you those. So I clicked it. And I think I want it to be 50, so it's a nice cube. So I'm going to type it in here. You can always drag it to your dimension, but I'm going to type in 50 and enter. Now I'm going to close this green sketch mark because I am done with that sketch. See that orange outline? I'm done. I don't need it. And I can click it. I'm good to go here. I have a nice cube. If I want to look around, I right click and I rotate. If I want to get back to my origin, so I have this in the right direction, I come over here, I left click on the drop down caret, I click isometric, and it's top, front, right. That's the order it should be in. Top, front, right, top, front, right. The instructions say to create a circle on the front of the cube. So this is my front. I'm going to hit sketch on the top left. I'm going to click on the front. And you see how that sketch popped up? Now I'm going to come over here and rotate this. I'm just going to click the word front so that it's in front of me. It makes it huge. I'm going to scroll up, make it smaller. And I want to put a circle in here. If you don't have any of these circles or choices to do, you may have closed your sketch. We're in sketch 2. If you accidentally closed it, you have to double click it to reopen it. Click on the circle, center point circle. Drop it anywhere. We can line it up later. Left click, stretch, left click. See, my plus sign is on my pointer. I want to hit escape to get out of making another circle. All right, now we need to dimension this. Again, this should be open with the green check mark. We're looking for the dimension tool. If it's missing, you probably have too many sketches. I only have sketch 1, which is hidden because I extruded it, and sketch 2 that I'm working in. So dimension. I'm going to click the outside of the circle here and drag it up. I think it is 25. 25. And now I want to make it line up. So I need to line up this space and that space, or this space and that space. It's a square, so whatever. I'm still in dimension tool. Make sure it's highlighted. If it's not, click on it. Make sure it's highlighted. If you click it again, it goes away, right? So we want it highlighted. Click the center. You can click the top or the bottom. I'm going to click the top. I'm going to stay away from that little center dot because it's just going to make your life difficult. Left click, drag. Left click, 25. I didn't remember the number, but it's close to the center and they had 23, so I could guess that, right? So I got this space, which is the same as this space. Now I got to go this way. So right or left, right? So I'm going to hit the center, and I'm going to hit one of the sides, and then I'm going to drag either above or below. I'm going to go below because it's easy. 25. That lines up your circle nice and easy on all sides, so it's perfect. Okay, I want to extrude. So top left, extrude, and I want to click my circle. I'm going to come over here and do isometric because I can't tell what's happening when it's right in front of me. Yeah, see, it wasn't even doing anything. And it says to extrude the circle 12.5. Again, I used that tool up there, extrude, and it says 25. I want it to be 12.5, so it's half. This thing is smart enough to do math for you, so if you want to do like 25 divided by 2, it knows how to do that. You just have to type it in. Whatever's easier for you. Click the check mark so you're done. Okay, now it says we're going to put a hole on the top, and we're going to do the same thing we just did, but when we extrude, we're just going to change how we did it. So I want the top, right? I'm going to go to sketch, click on the top, puts a plane there for me to work on. I'm going to click on the top over on the right side of my screen so that it's in front of me, and it lines it up. See how it turned it? That's pretty cool. Scroll out using the wheel on your mouse. Grab the circle tool. Again, if you're getting stuck, make sure your sketch is open. I'm on sketch 3 now. First one was the square to make the cube. Second one was the circle to make it stick out. Third one is the circle to make a hole. So I left clicked, I left click again. I don't care about that size, although that's pretty close. Gonna hit the dimension tool, touch the outside of the circle and drag off of the object. 25, enter. You use the dimension tool again. It's still highlighted, but if you lose it, just make sure you highlight it. Click the center of your circle now. So you're using the outside of the circle when you want to do just the circle, but now I want to line it up. So center. Then I'm going to hit the side of this cube. I'm going to drag it off the object. You can go below or above. I'm going to go above. There's easy space. 25, enter. I'm going to do that one more time, but I'm doing it on the side, right? So I'm going to do, let me see if I can figure this out. My brain doesn't like this. Left click the center of the circle. Left click the bar on the bottom. Drag to the left. I could have done that on top. It would have looked prettier. But whatever. 25, enter. All right. So now we want to extrude this, but we want to make it disappear. So I'm going to rotate this a little bit by going isometric so I can watch it happen. I'm going to go to extrude, in case you missed how to do that, sorry. On the right side, left click, isometric. Extrude on the left side of your screen. Click on your circle. It already took it for me. I didn't have to click on it. Sometimes it doesn't. And then we want to hit remove. So that way it goes all the way through. But if you'll notice, I'm going to right click and rotate this. That doesn't go all the way through, right? That's only halfway. See where it stops in there? So I have to follow the instructions. It says to make it 50. You can also just drag that arrow all the way through. It doesn't matter, go on forever because it's taking it away. It's just going to disappear. So click the green check mark. After you hit enter, right click and then rotate. You should be able to see through it. I'm going to 3D print this puppy. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I rotated all around. I lost my spot. I don't know where I am. Uh-oh, what do? I come over here and I left click and I hit isometric. Puts it right back where it needs to. That's important when you start making objects that have a lot of little pieces. You have to get them in the right order. Okay, so I have a circle, I have a hole, and now I want to do a square on the right plane. So that's the right, that's the right. Let's hit sketch. Let's touch the right side. You have to touch in the center. Make sure you're not touching the edges. Just in the center. I'm going to hit right over here on the view cube. Put it in front of me. Scroll out using my scroll wheel. We already know how to do this part, right? You guys are pros. Get the square. And then I'm going to left click inside this square. And I'm going to drag to the right. Make it look squarish. No big deal. Left click. Don't worry about the sizes. You can enter it right now. But I'm going to hit escape on my keyboard. And I'm going to go ahead and use the dimension tool. Okay. So dimension tool says click it. Touch the top line. Bring it off of your object. Be in that habit. If you get too many dimensions on an object, you can't move around or see it. 25, enter. Click one of the sides, does not matter which one. 25, enter. So it's 25 by 25, but now I need to line it up in these spaces here. I noticed a typo on the instructions. The instructions say 12 and 12.5. We know we want 12.5 and 12.5. Make this look nice and neat. I don't know why it got so far away from me. Okay, dimensions tool, it's still highlighted, so I'm good. I'm going to click one side of the little square, one side of the bigger square. You have to get them both in order for it to change. That is difficult to do. Sometimes you have to hit escape and do it again. 12.5, enter. Oh, we were pretty close. This one's off. This one looks bad. I'm going to do one more time. I'm going to hit the top line. I'm going to hit the other top line. I'm going to stay away from that center dot. I don't like it. And it changes it. See that? 7.75. You don't have to line these up, but it looks cool when you do. 12.5. Enter. Look, you're a pro. Hey, we're not done. What are you clapping for? Okay. So it says extrude the square. 12.5 to finish. Again, you do not have to go on isometric, but I like to. So extrude. Click my square. Oh, it already did it. Sometimes it doesn't know. And then half of that, 12.5. And enter. And green check mark. Done deal. Okay, that's all you got to do. You can play with the colors. You can have fun. I'll teach you how to 3D print this puppy. Take your screenshot, throw it on your Google slide. I'm trying to do it on a Google slide so you have a nice portfolio when you're done. Awesome. Okay, office hours are going to be tomorrow. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Bye.